As of June 4th, 2025, compounded versions of Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound were officially banned in the United States. If you're still using a compounded GLP-1 for weight loss or diabetes, you're at risk. Here's what the FDA wants you to know before it's too late. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're unpacking the FDA's crackdown on compounded GLP-1s, medications millions relied on during those shortages. I'll explain what changed, the hidden dangers of compounded meds, safer alternatives, and what to do if you're suddenly cut off. Let's get into it. So yes, you may recall that on June 4th, 2025, the FDA officially banned all compounded versions of GLP-1 receptor agonists, specifically Semaglutide and Tirzepatide. That means no more compounded Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, or Zepbound. The reason? Brand name drugs are back in stock. That ends the temporary allowance for compounding during shortages. But more importantly, the FDA is flagging serious safety concerns: contamination, mislabeled ingredients, inconsistent dosages, and even cases where insulin was accidentally substituted. First, what are GLP-1s? Short for glucagon-like peptide-1 receptor agonists, these drugs mimic a hormone that helps control blood sugar, slows digestion, and reduces appetite. Originally approved for type 2 diabetes, they've now become popular for weight loss and are marketed under names like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. During supply shortages from 2022 to 2024, millions turned to compounded versions, custom made by pharmacies. But here's the problem: these are not FDA approved. Even if they contain approved ingredients, the final product hasn't been tested for safety or effectiveness. Risks include counterfeit or mislabeled ingredients, improper dosing, as in 5 to 20 times the intended amount, adulterated drugs. Some of these even contained insulin, leading to life-threatening low blood sugar, contamination in sterile environments, and unknown side effects due to untested drug forms or salt compounds. The FDA has confirmed at least 10 deaths and over 100 hospitalizations that are tied to compounded GLP-1s, often from misuse, poor compounding practices, or unsafe substitutions. And this was not just a legal change. It has become a public health emergency. An estimated 2 million Americans were using compounded GLP-1s, often due to the high costs or insurance denials. Dr. Cecilia Wang from UC Health has stated that it's an unnecessary risk to use compounded versions. We can't guarantee their sterility or safety. So what has the fallout been? Well, sudden discontinuation of these medications often leads to rapid weight regain, increased hunger, and emotional distress. Many were never given the chance to taper off, despite expert recommendations to do so slowly. If you were impacted by the ban, here are some steps that you might be able to take. First, talk to your doctor. With supply chains stabilizing, you might now qualify for a brand name medication. Insurance coverage is expanding, and prices, while they are still extremely high, are slowly dropping down. You can explore alternatives. Older meds like phentermine, topiramate, or metformin are FDA approved. They are lower cost and they are effective for many people. You can also build lifestyle resilience. GLP-1s help your brain and gut, but strength training, coaching, and therapy can help rewire long-term habits. Also, avoid buying online or through medical spas claiming to offer generic Ozempic. I have seen the ads. I know you guys must have. These are not FDA approved. There is no FDA approved generic out there for Tirzepatide or Semaglutide. These are likely counterfeit or adulterated. The FDA isn't just banning these drugs, they're actively warning against counterfeit versions and cracking down on illegal sales. Meanwhile, some compounding pharmacies and telehealth platforms are challenging the ruling in court. Dr. Annie Moore from CU Internal Medicine notes that these drugs can be life-changing, but they are not without risks, especially when safety is compromised. Think of this time as a reset. The GLP-1 revolution is very real, but so are the challenges. Until prices drop or generics arrive, be vigilant, ask lots of questions, and protect your health with trusted providers and FDA-approved medications only. Have you ever used compounded GLP-1s? Were you affected by the ban? Let's talk. I'd love to hear from you, so please drop your experience in the comments. One more very important thing I want to talk about before I sign off today. Back in April 2025, the FDA issued a separate warning: counterfeit Ozempic is spreading across the United States. Some vials contained no semaglutide at all, which is the active ingredient that makes you lose the weight. Others contained insulin, which can be life-threatening if taken unknowingly. If you're sourcing GLP-1s online or through questionable telehealth sites, stop immediately. Counterfeit medications can actually kill you. I recently did a full video breaking down this dangerous epidemic, so if you're currently using or even considering any non-FDA approved GLP-1 product, please go and watch that next. Arm yourself with knowledge, protect your health, and stay safe out there. If this video helped you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be at risk. I'll be covering the latest updates on GLP-1s, new meds in the pipeline, and safe weight loss strategies here. I'll see you in the next video.